Hello, everybody. Welcome to CAPI Live. Hope everybody's doing okay. There's a chance for everybody to get on. We'll get started. Y'all let me know when you're here by saying hello. If you would, please. Hope everybody had a great week. I know I had a pretty good week. Worked all week, basically. Y'all let me know you're on by saying hi or hello or what's up or hey, Beth. Beth's here. Somebody else is here. Who else is here? Hope y'all can hear me okay. Can y'all hear me okay? Beth, can you hear me okay? Let everybody get on. Where's John? Kinda. Kinda can, kinda can't. I'm sorry. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everyone is well. Hey, John. There he is. Y'all go share and let everybody know we're here. Really don't know why we have to do that every night, every show, because it's always the same time. It's always the same bat channel. Always the same bat time. There's a hair bugging me. Look at that. There it is. Everybody have a good week. I hope everybody did. Y'all, please let me know you're here by saying hello. And also go and share for me. Let everybody know that we're here. Thank you. I'm still waiting on the drink, too. Oh, thank you, baby. Okay, I can't have this thing over my mouth for the whole time. So, hey, Katie. I can't drink like this. I can't eat candy like this. Dakota's giving me candy. So we're going to have to lose the shirt thing. It's bugging me. Oh, that's much better. So much better. Thank you, baby. Hope everybody is doing well. We'll get a few more people on and then we'll get started. Where's the facial hair? What facial hair? I don't know what you're talking about. I told y'all were going to freak tonight. Yes, I shaved my face. I shaved all of the hair off of my face. All right. Does it sound better now, Beth, now that I took that off? I bet you everybody thought I was going to say something about COVID-19 because I had that over in my face. But I didn't. I was hiding my face. You didn't see that I cut my hair. Trying to pack up, leaving in the morning. Awesome. You guys are finally going back home? In that long drive back home. Trying to keep everything in line here. Well, guys, I did shave my face. I know everybody's tripping out on that, but the reason is because I wanted to uh, cut it down some. Excuse me, choking on candy. I wanted to cut it down some because y'all know the she looked 10 years younger. Well, I wanted to cut it down some because the virus clings to hair. So I told Michelle that I wanted her to cut it, to trim it up and everything. And because I was not patient enough to wait on her to do it, I decided to do it myself, and I kind of jacked it up. So I just said, what the heck? And I just shaved it off. I said, it'll grow back. So yeah, it's gone now. Facial hair is gone. It feels weird because for a long time, I've never felt the upper part of my upper lip. I haven't been able to feel it because there's been hair there. So every time something touches my lip, it feels really strange. Dakota doesn't like it. Dakota told me that she liked it better with the hair, but I'll grow it back out. I know I will always do. This isn't the first time I've done this. When I first shaved my head 150 years ago, I always kept my face and my head shaved all the time, no hair whatsoever. But then after a little while, I started saying, well, it'd be easier just to have a goatee, mustache and goatee. I won't have to shave that part. So I started doing that. I did that for a long time, and then I just did the mustache, and then I did the mustache with the handlebars and the Fu Manchu look. And then I wanted to trim it up, and like Katie said, big mistake, huge. You look like a baby, Johnny. I look like a baby. I'm the oldest baby y'all know. So yeah, it's gone. It'll be back though. Well, how's everybody's week been going? Katie, how are you guys doing? I know y'all have been in Iowa visiting the fam. I do know where that quote is from, Katie. It is from Pretty Woman. Big mistake. Huge. You work on commission, right? I do know where it came from. Good. I didn't want you to think I was being rude. No, I knew where it came from. It's one of my favorite scenes of that movie. I like that movie a lot. I want to share something with you guys really quick. I shared a lot of it with you guys on my Facebook and my Messenger. We've had a blast. Neighbors and I have gotten to know each other well, cooked for a large group, fished a lot. That's awesome. Hey, sorry I haven't been on, been writing recently and a lot, so got caught up in it. Awesome, Haley. Welcome back. All right, guys, I'm going to play this, and I want you guys to listen. There's a lot of these out there right now. Um, I've looked at some that people have sent me, and they, were pretty easy to debunk. Basically, I've looked at some that people have sent me that sounded kind of good, but this one here sounds. I mean, she makes a lot of sense. I'm sure you guys have heard all of this, but I just want you to, if you would, just listen to this and really take heed to it. Y'all let me know if you can hear it okay.
Hi, I'm Tisa Hughes, your marriage restoration and body transformation coach. I hope you guys are doing everything you can to ensure that you're protecting yourselves from coming in contact with COVID-19 or the coronavirus. Just trying to make sure that you don't come in contact with or spread the virus in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I have a few friends who are in the medical field, working at the hospitals and such.
Can y'all hear that okay?
And whenever they get information, as soon as they get the information, they've been gracious enough to pass it along to me so that I can stay abreast of what's going on. And I feel that it's very important for me to share this latest information that I just received. Today is Thursday, March the 26th, and I just received the information late last night. And so I want to share it with you guys. I'm going to read it to you verbatim. But I ask that as soon as you've listened to this message in its entirety, if you would just please share the information out and give it out and spread it out and get it out to as many people as you possibly can, because I believe it's incumbent upon us to make sure that we stay in the know as best we can. Unfortunately, it is also my belief that a lot of the information that we get, it's information that comes after the fact. But thankfully, the information that I am receiving, it's like right when they receive it in the medical facilities.
Hello,
so
Kim.
I want to get it to you as soon as possible so that this heightened state that we are in will wise about how we govern ourselves. So again, this information came in late last night, and it's from Northwestern doctors, and what it's about is saying that the Chinese now have a better understanding about the behavior of COVID-19, this virus. And so I'm going to read it, and as I read it, I just ask that you share it out because I feel it's very important, and I'm sure that it's going to help someone. So it says the Chinese now understand the behavior of this COVID-19 virus, and they've come to understand it through autopsies that they've done. It says the virus is characterized by thick mucus obstructing respiratory pathways that solidifies and blocks airways and lungs. In order to apply medicine and for treatment to work, you need to open the airways. That can take several days. Hence why those with underlying respiratory medical conditions and elders are at high risk of complications. So now recommendations to safeguard yourselves are as follows. And I'm going to read them one by one. Number one says, drink lots of hot liquids, coffee, tea, soups, and warm water. Number two, take a sip of warm water every 20 minutes. This keeps your mouth moist and washes away any of the virus that has entered your mouth and pushes it into your stomach, where the gastric juices will neutralize it before it can get to the lungs. Number three, gargle with an antiseptic in warm water, such as salt, vinegar, or lemon juice every day if possible. Number four, the virus attaches itself to hair and clothes. Any detergent or soap kills it. Take a shower immediately when coming from outside and shampoo your hair. I think that's very, very important to take note of. Many of us still have to go out. We still have to work. And some of us may take for granted how easily this virus is spread. So I'm going to read number 4 again. It says the virus attaches itself to hair and clothes. Any detergent or soap kills it. Take a shower immediately when coming from outside and shampoo your hair. Number 5, wash metallic surfaces. The virus can remain viable on this surface for up to 9 days. When not in your home, wear gloves if possible to avoid touching handrails, doorknobs, and etc. If you can't wear gloves or don't have any, wash your hands immediately and then shower. Number 6, if you've gone outside, wash your hands every 20 minutes with soap that foams and do it for 20 seconds. Number 7, eat fruits and vegetables. Try to elevate your zinc levels. Number 8, animals do not spread the virus to people. It's person-to-person transmission. That's one that's very important to me. We have a family pet, and so I was very concerned about that. So to know that animals do not spread the virus to people, but that it's person-to-person transmission is actually something that I'm very happy to know. Number 9, try to avoid eating and drinking too many cold things. Number 10, if you feel a sore throat coming on, gargle with antiseptic immediately. Do it every hour. The virus enters through the throat where it remains for 3 to 4 days before it passes to the lungs. So that's the information that I received as of late last night. I am hoping that this information helps you out tremendously. And again, I ask that you just...
All right, I wanted to share that with everybody because that one, out of all of them that I've gotten, and I've gotten a lot, that one just kind of rings true to what the officials are saying. So I wanted to share that with everybody because the drinking of warm liquids and it passing the virus down into the stomach so that the stomach gases can neutralize it made a lot of sense to me. So you guys, y'all just take care of yourself and each other. We can get through this if we do it like we said last week. If we spread a lot of love instead of lies and hate, then we can definitely get through this and come out the better for it. So no one has ever said since this started that this is a global killer, that it's the end of the world type pandemic, whatever you should call it. This is definitely not a global killer. We're going to survive this. We're going to come out the other end, and hopefully we're going to come out a lot stronger. And I hope that everybody continues to behave well like they have so far. So I'll just keep that in mind. I'm not going to spend the whole show on the COVID-19 tonight. You guys know what to do. Just do it and help your neighbors. Be there for them, especially if you have any elderly in your neighborhood that can't get out and go and do stuff. Y'all go buy some groceries for them, and take them and put them on their stoop or carport or whatever, and or go to them. The best way I think would be to do is to go to them first and ask them what they need, and you can go and do that for them. Younger, stronger people can go do it for the elderly. All right. It's interesting to me that they say it came from bats. Yeah, I'm still waiting on an official on that. I don't know. I'm not 100% on that yet. Is that they ate the bat? Actually, they don't really eat the bat. The bat, if it did come from bats bite other animals, and then they would consume those animals. Doctors have said that it is not true about the drinking water to allow it to go to the stomach. Yeah, and all of the official word I've heard on that has been said that is if the warm water is a good idea and the antiseptic is a good idea. So far I'm kind of sticking with that. Hi Joni, how are you? Everybody say hello to my friend Joni. Kim and Melody, it started in a live animal market in Wuhan, China. The virus made the jump to humans from a live animal, not from eating it, right? Hello, Laura. Don't be scared to chat. Ain't nobody scared to chat. I don't know how someone can eat a bat. My whole perspective changed when someone posted one eating a banana. It was adorable. It was adorable. They are kind of cute. Yeah, I mean, other people eat stuff. We eat stuff like cattle and um, a bunch of stuff that we eat that other parts of the world look at us and say, "God, man, you guys are strange," you know. And the same way as we look at people that eat dogs and cats, and we say that's not right. It's strange for you to do that, but whatever. Hello, how are you? I am fine, Laura. Thank you for asking. I am well, well, well. How's Johnny's tailbone? Everybody say hello to Dakota. You'll see her right here. She's waving frantically. That said, hey, Dakota. Ozzy has eaten bats for years and hasn't gotten sick from it. Ozzy did that once and he didn't eat it. He just bit the head off of it. But he actually did not. A lot of people, I'm going to say that. That doesn't have anything to do with paranormal or this, but just to defend one of my idols. Ozzy did not know that the bat was real. Someone threw a bat on the stage and he thought it was a fake bat. And then just keeping with the moment and keeping with the whole thing and the persona of darkness and evil and everything that he was trying to portray in the song, he bit the head of the bat off. And then after he bit the head of the bat off, he realized it was a real bat. He did not know that it was real when he did that. He said that he almost had to stop the show because he was so disgusted. So, and he only did that one time. People said he did it on every show, but he did not do it on every show. He only did it one time, and he did not know that it was real. To answer your question, Kim, hello. Hi. To answer your question, Kim, Johnny's tailbone is, I thought it was getting better, but I haven't really been able to stay off of it a long enough period for it to heal. So, but this weekend I did nothing but laid on the couch. I haven't left my house since I came home Friday evening from work. Literally, I haven't gone anywhere. I haven't done anything. I've been on the couch. I did a little cleaning today because I started to feel a little better. But speaking of that, will you hand me that open box right there inside that bag? And I did a little cleaning around the house and took care of some animal issues that we had, and cleaned up after our rug maker. We have a rug maker that lives with us now. Her name is Livy. She makes white rugs everywhere. So if anybody wants a white rug made by Livy, let me know. I can hook you up.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I did a little much today, but Paramama kind of helped me out with some drugs, some legal drugs, not illegal drugs. And they helped. So I was able to get up and do a little something today. But yeah, it still hurts. Like right now, it's pretty excruciating because of how I have to sit to do the show. And that's why screen is kind of warped, or not warped, but cattywampus. I do apologize for that, but I have to sit sideways, but I'm not able to sit all the way on my side and do the show. So it's kind of excruciating, but it's all right. Laura said, hey. Kim said, hey. Haley said, hey. John said, hey. A bunch of people said hello, Dakota.
Hi.
All right. Ugh, falling on my tailbone hurts. Yes, Kim, it does. My goodness, it hurts so much. It takes a while. Yes, it does, unfortunately.
Hi.
Hopefully it'll get a lot better soon. I hope so, Kim. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That brings us to our prayer list. One of my country idols passed away today. So I wanted to include him and his family in our prayers tonight. Haley said Dakota is adorable. Say thank you. Right there. Can you say thank you?
Thank you.
She said thank you. I hope y'all didn't hear it. But Joe Diffie passed away today. He was a 90s. He was a big thing in the country music world in the 90s. I don't know if you guys know who he is or not. He sang stuff like "Prop Me Up Next to the Jukebox If I Die." What else? Pickup Man. What's something else that Joe Diffie sang?
Prop me up. Jukebox.
I said that.
Oh, it's cold in here.
Huh? Oh yeah, is it cold in here? A bunch of good songs. Y'all look him up. But I wanted to include his family in our prayers tonight. He did pass away at the age of 61. Third Rock from the Sun. Thank you, John. Yeah, that was another big one from him. But he did pass away from COVID-19 complications. If the Devil Danced in Empty Pockets. Yep. See, I mean, he had a lot of hits in the 90s. He was a big, big deal. I've actually met him. I met him in the early 90s. He's a great singer, great country and Western performer. Awesome, just awesome, all around good guy. I didn't realize that he was as old as he is, 61 years old. I thought he was a little closer to my age, but he did pass away, and so I wanted to add his family to our prayer list. Also, we continued praying for Katie and her family. Her father is still hanging in there, still strong, still terrorizing nurses at the nursing home. And so, but he's not completely out of the water yet, out of the woods yet. Is it out of the water or out of the woods? I think it's out of the woods. Yeah, out of the woods yet. But so we want to continue to hold them. So I'm not saying 61 is old, Beth. I know it's not old. I just said I didn't realize he was that old. That's what I was saying. I wasn't saying that he is old, that 61 is old. I just didn't realize he was that old. I'm 49. I'm going to be 50 in what, 8 months? So yeah, I'm not going to say 61 is old. I'm not saying it's that. I just didn't realize he was 61 years old. I thought he was close in his. I thought he was closer to my age. I didn't know he was that old. John's wife, yes, I think she got tested today for COVID-19 because she's been sick too. Yes, thank you, John. Let's add Michelle. Affectionately, we call her Shell because we have two Michelles on the CAPI team. So we call Paramama Michelle and call John's wife Shell. But yeah, keep her in your prayers as well that this comes back negative. Prayers for Doug Peasant's mother She is terminal. Oh my goodness. Yes, definitely. Y'all add Doug. I hope I'm saying that right. Passant's mother. Um, she's terminal. So add Doug and his family to the list as well. Um, who else? I'm forgetting someone I know. Um, I have an unspoken prayer, so add that to the list as well. Add my bum to the list that it gets better. It's driving me crazy. I wish it would stop. Kim says one of her best friends is a first responder. Please pray for Leslie. Leslie is a first responder. Y'all, let's pray for all of the first responders, doctors, nurses, police officers, uh, doctors, nurses, police officers, firefighters, EMTs. They're really on the front lines right now. There's been a lot of memes that's gone out the last few days, like where all the superheroes. One of my favorite is there's all these every superhero you can think of is like standing in a line and they're waving, towards their right, and you look over towards the right and there's a nurse and a doctor there, and they're saying welcome to the club because they're heroes too now too. I think they were heroes way before that, but yeah, y'all add all first responders and uh, doctors, nurses, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, all those guys. Please add them to your prayer list as well. That God will keep them safe as they continue to be there for everybody. Tom's daughter, yes, Tom Holland's daughter as well. I don't think Tom's on tonight, but yeah, his daughter is still recovering from her automobile accident where she broke her back. So she's still recovering, but he said that his last report said that she was doing really well. So let's pray for the co-founder, Corey, CAPI co-founder. He's better now, but he has been sick. So we want to add him to the prayers as well. Michelle, my wife, Paramama, we want to put her on the prayer list. She's doing a lot better, but we think we have found out what's going on with her. She hasn't been out to our land in several days and was feeling much better. Like she said, the tightness in the um, un, the pain and tightness on her chest was real bad, and she was short of breath and everything, and not from COVID-19 or anything like that, but from her allergies. And but she had been feeling really good the last couple of days, and said she felt fine, no problem. Well, this weekend she's been out to the land doing some work, and she started feeling like that again. So we're thinking there's something out at the land that she's like really allergic to. She's allergic to most everything outside, the outdoors in general, but there's something out there that's really kicking her butt. So we don't know how we're going to have to deal with that yet. I mean, because once we get this land ready and fixed up, we're going to be moving our horses out there, and she'll have to go out there quite a bit. So I don't know how we're going to deal with that, but y'all pray that we can find out what it is and see if we can get rid of it. So. Oh, Beth says prayers for her daughter Sarah. Her tailbone still hurts from her fall, but head is better. See, I was more worried about her head. I was worried about a concussion but her tailbone. She messed up her same thing I did. Man, that I don't wish that on nobody. It's y'all remember Mork and Mindy? Show of hands. Who all remembers Mork and Mindy? A lot of people won't remember that, but it's the sitcom that made Robin Williams famous. But he used to sit on his head. People would sit down on the couch and everything on their butts, and he would look at them like they're crazy, and he would sit down on his head. I've been thinking about doing that, sitting upside down, so I didn't have to put my butt on the couch or the chair. Pollen built up. I really don't think it's pollen, Haley. She already knew that pollen bothered her. But this is bothering her really bad, and it's worse than it's ever. So I think it's going to be something else. I don't know. We don't know yet, but we're hoping we can figure it out what it is. Nanu. Yep. That was an awesome series. I loved it. Nanu. All right. Like I said, I didn't want to spend all night on the COVID thing um, because I want us to, I don't know, talk paranormal. But I also want to talk about what you guys want to talk about too. So, because that's why we do this show, is to give you that outlet, not only to the paranormal, but to anything you want to talk about. Because that's why we here. That's why we here. And that's why we are here. Is to spread not only the paranormal, the real paranormal, and educate people. That is something I want to talk about. That I'll start in just a second. This has really been hitting hard here lately for some reason. But and we also want to spread our love too. And when we can't sit here and say we want to spread our love if all we want to do is talk about paranormal whenever someone else says something they want to talk about. That's why we let this show go any direction that you guys want it to go. When I first started this show, when Corey and I actually first started the show, we said that it was going to be a paranormal show, but we would let the people take it the way they wanted to take it. If you're a fan of CAPI, if you're a fan of CAPI Live, if you're part of the CAPI family, if you're a Patreon, whatever the case may be, we want you to take this show the way you want to take it. Do we get off subject sometimes? Absolutely we do. Do we not talk about paranormal? We've done entire shows where we didn't say anything, talk anything paranormal. And that's okay. I don't have a problem with that. Some people do. I get fussed at sometimes. But you know what? I tell them like I tell everybody else that says something they don't like about the show. You can turn it off the same way you turned it on. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Because we're always going to be true to our fans, always be true to our families. And we're going to let you guys take the show in any direction that you want to take it because we love you that much. And I just want everybody to smile. That's what I want. I want people to just smile. I posted a song. I wish I could play it, but I can't because YouTube will get on to me if I play music that I don't have the rights to. But I wish I really could play it right now. But I want you guys to listen to a song. It is called Smile by Kirk Franklin. All right. Everybody remembers Kirk Franklin from Stomp, right? In the 90s. Y'all remember that? Kirk Franklin Stomp. Well, he's got a song out. Him and the choir have a song out called Smile. I want y'all to go listen to that. I actually posted it on my Facebook and said, because we all need to smile right now. That is a very uplifting song. I want you guys to go listen to it. It is, if you don't start singing it, something's wrong with you. After you hear it, it's one of those kind of catchy songs, but it's an awesome song. I wish I could play it tonight, but I can't. But let me catch up with y'all's comments here. That's yeah, but they're been getting worse this year. I can't step out without my meds anymore. Yeah, it hasn't been getting worse, but what this is, particular thing that's bothering her is not pollen, because pollen's everywhere. It would bother her even if she didn't go out to the land. I mean, we go outside and there's pollen all over our cars. Pollen does bother her, but this is specific to the land, is what I'm saying, Haley. You're welcome, Laura. They are hanging in there. They never get to go in and see that and talk him through his windows. Yeah, that's so sad. They couldn't go in and see their dad and grandfather, but they did get to see him like FaceTime, and they went and saw him at the window and everything. Oh, Katie. Her dad calls and crying about them leaving. She might not leave. She'll probably stay. Oh, Kim, thank you so much. I'm glad Beth told you about it too, because it's cool that you love the show. It's such a coincidence that you love the show, Kim. Oh my gosh. Y'all, this doesn't happen. You love the show, Kim? That is so crazy because we love you. And like, there's no way you could have known that before you started watching the show. You couldn't have known that. So that's just crazy that you love the show because we love you. Oh my God. That is such a coinky dink. I love it. All right, let's see. Everything is closed in Texas probably through the end of the year if you don't have to go. Yeah. They extended the 6 foot social distancing, stay away from each other till April 30th. I think they said. I think is what Michelle said today. What Paramama said today. I think it was April 30th. I think it'll get extended again though. I don't think it'll stay there. 78 degrees today. Yeah, it was. Katie don't want to hear that. She's like in very cold weather. Going to be 30 or less tonight. Dear Lord. It's the end of March, for crying out loud. What is today's date? I don't even know it. See, I haven't been out in so long. Yeah, it's the end of March. It's March 29th. All right, let's see. Definitely not until the end of the year. We need to go back to the dogs. They're having major separation. I bet they are. Bless their heart. The dog sitter's very frustrated. You may have to stay in Iowa and let them go back. Hey, can I ask, Haley, you can ask anything you want to. Do you remember our area? Yeah, I remember your area. I know where you're at. Why? I was just there the other day, as a matter of fact. Why do you ask? Dad's tugging at my heartstrings for sure. It's a big possibility we may not leave tomorrow. I bet. I bet there is. Yes, ask anything you want to, Haley. Kim is such a fun, sweet girl. She needs to go on an. Absolutely, she can, Beth. Kim, you're welcome anytime. Um, ouch. No, she can't. I'm sorry. I don't know. She's a friend of yours. She can probably come as a. We actually remember we said that the only way you can do either live via FaceTime or in person was to be a Patreon. So I don't know. But yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure that out. Beth does have a little pool. She knows the right people. She might be able to work something out. I don't know. I saw a man in light blue and a gold stripe from side to waist and wanted to know if anyone wore those color schemes because when I walked my dog, I saw some like that, and Mom said it was one of them. Shoulder to waist. One of who? But I'm Beth's friend. Yeah, Beth has a little pull. Man in light blue and gold. Maybe he was the fashion police. That's a possibility. I don't know. Light blue and gold. I don't know. One of the tribes that fought the Cherokees. Are you saying? Oh, you're not saying. Are you saying this was a spirit that you saw, Haley? Oh, okay. She was saying it was a spirit. I thought you was talking about a real person walking down the road looking like that. The Union Army. No, but some uh, Let me see. No, I think some of the supporting troops did. No, I can't do that. Let's see. Light blue, light blue, light blue. I don't see anything. Let's see. It just keeps bringing up basketball teams. Obviously, light blue and gold is a good basketball team thing. It says unable to open, John, whatever you did. Yeah, I've seen that one before, John, but that's not light blue. That's dark blue. Haley, we're going to find this out for you. Absolutely, we are.
For you, one for me.
Oh, thank you, baby.
One for you, and one for me.
Okay, baby, thank you. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I know that uniform, but it's not light blue. She said light blue. Are you talking about light blue or dark blue, Haley? She said light blue. That's like a dark blue. There. That's not what you're talking about, is it, Haley? That's like a navy to midnight blue. So I don't know. I keep seeing them, and all of them, they are sad and upset or coming up, and I'm the only one that sees them. Each thing like 1800 just so there. I can't find it online. But, was in it. I have been various, but I need emails to send the pic to show everyone here. I need one of y'all's emails to send this pic to show everyone on here. Okay, send her the CAPI email, John. Laura wants the CAPI email. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, but Beth sent hers. You can send it to Beth. I'm just gonna bug me, man. See if you can she said light blue, so let's see. I want to figure this out. This is very inquisitive. Yeah, why don't you guys send me what she sent you? It was a light blue with a shiny gold dash, like it was trying to get me to see it. It's very interesting. Let me see. What about if it was one of hold on, Haley, I'm gonna find you one on here. Let's see. Could this be what you're talking about? How about that one? Is that possible? It was online. I'm too scared to say hi. You can say hi, Sophia. You don't have to be scared. Sent a second. One was multiple users. I don't know. While we're trying to find that, I wanted to talk about something a little bit. For some reason, there's been a lot of talk on the different sites, paranormal sites. There's been a lot of people on there asking what to do about stuff, about hauntings and if something was in their home. And for some reason, the first thing people say, the first thing within the first one or two, maybe three comments, is they always say, get you some sage, get you some salt, get you some red chili peppers, get you a wind chime. Guys, I don't know how much I can stress this. I don't. First of all, is there anybody on here tonight, right now, that believes sage can help you in a haunting and an entity? If you want to get rid of a spirit out of your house, is there anybody on here that can debate this, that says sage does work? Anybody at all? Did y'all see it? I haven't gotten it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, was this one here. Is that what you're talking about, Haley? Light blue with it's actually a gray, but it can appear as a light blue, and it does have the gold. But that's not the Union Army. That would be the Union Army. It never even dawned on me that it would be the Union Army, but it did dawn on me that it would be the Confederate Army. as far as the uniform goes. I don't know about what you saw, but as far as the uniform goes, I never thought about it. Oh, man. Being Union. No, it's not a uniform. Make up your mind. Didn't you say it was a uniform? I'm sorry. I got that wrong. Hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah, you didn't say uniform. You said, I saw a man in a light blue and gold stripe from side to waist, and wanted to know if anyone saw those color schemes. But you said bought the Indian, so I think that's why we thought it was uniform. So, Johnny, you need a donut cushion. It doesn't work. All right. Well, I guess no one on here is going to speak in Sage's defense. Probably a good thing. But so Sage does not work. No, Sage definitely does not work. It does for a little. What does it does for a little mean, Haley? But it doesn't work completely. You're saying it works a little but doesn't work completely? That doesn't make sense, darling. I know what you're talking about, Sage, but I'm saying it doesn't make sense. It either works or it don't. What do you mean it works for a little? That doesn't make sense. It either works or it don't work. So no uniform but all the Indians. We tried it. It calms them, but it doesn't get rid of it. It doesn't even calm them. If they calmed, they did that on their own. The Sage had absolutely nothing to do with it, darling. Y'all, I don't know how many times I have to say this, and I'm not saying this about anybody on here. I'm talking about because I've been seeing it so much on these sites. People tag me and they're like, "Hey, you need to ask Johnny about this," and I'll go, and by the time I get there, 6 or 8 people or 10 or 12 people have already said something, and every one of them. Today I saw a site that had sage, salt, red chili pepper, wind chimes. Seriously, I mean, what kind of an idiot can get in their head that, first of all, let's talk about it like this. An entity is an in skin, or it used to be in skin, right? It used to be a person. The only thing that changed with that entity is it's no longer walking around in a meat suit. All right, that's the only thing that changed. When you die, the only thing that changes about who you are, what you are, and your capabilities is the fact that you're no longer bound to a meat suit. All right, you don't have to have that anymore. It's just you, the being of you. Call it your soul, call it your inner self, call it your um, nirvana, seek it, call it, I don't care what you call it whatever, your spirit, whatever you want to call it. That's what is left. There's nothing different about you as far as that goes. You can't go pick up a couch and throw it across a room. You don't gain supernatural strength in your soul. As a matter of fact, you're not going to be able to pick up that couch because there's nothing solid about you anymore. All right? You're not going to be able to do anything that you couldn't do. Now, your limitations also don't get changed up either. If I'm in your house and you want me to leave and you say, "Hey, I want you to leave," and I'm like, "Well, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to leave." And instead of getting a gun or calling the police, you get your sage out. What the hell is that going to do to me? I might leave because it stinks, but it's not going to make me leave. It's not going to force me out your door. And let's say I'm in your house without my meat suit. I'm just standing in there as a ghost, as an entity. And you say you want me to leave. And I'm like, well, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to hang out here for a while and mess with you guys because it's fun. And then you go light up sage. How is that going to push me out of the house? I mean, please, people, get it through your thick skulls. How is sage going to make me leave? How is wind chimes going to make me leave? How is red chili peppers going to make me leave? How is salt? And, you know, it gets me whenever people talk about salt being used to get an entity out of your house. But now here, their first there's Casper. Their first theory on salt is that it blocks. An entity can't cross over the salt, which is Hollywood crap. All right, it's not true. All right, the entity can't cross over the salt. And then they say, well, the first thing you need to do if you've got a ghost in your house is put salt around your doors and all your windows. So they can't cross the salt. I want the ghost to leave. And you tell me to put salt in front of my doors and all my windows. How's the ghost going to leave? If I salt it and he can't cross over the salt, what is that going to do? Their next argument to that is always this. They always say, well, a ghost doesn't need a door or a window to come into your house. They can just walk through the wall. They can just see themselves outside. They can just manifest their being in another place. Okay, so if there's a ghost outside my house and I put salt on my doors and my windows, like you told me to do, how's that going to keep them from coming in? See, it's asinine. Any argument they have just completely implodes their entire theory. All right, sage does nothing, okay, but make your drapes smell really bad. I've heard people say that they like the smell of burning sage. If you do, God bless you, but I hate it. It smells bad to me. It smells like someone pissed on a heater. I don't know if y'all ever smelt that or not, but piss on a heater smells really bad. All right, so sage does nothing but make it smell bad. All right, it has no special powers. It has no special weaponry to where it can expel the spirit out of your house or anything like that. It's ridiculous. All right. Let me catch up here because I got on my little rant. I know, right? It did sound like a little recipe until you got the wind chimes are to keep you busy while you're doing the recipe. I had someone say today that sage will completely disinfect your house from the corona. Dear Lord. That say will complete. Are you saying sage there, Katie? When you said S-A-Y, say, are you meaning to say sage? Y'all, sage won't disinfect your house from corona either. Please don't believe that. If that's what she's saying, I hadn't heard that. I hadn't heard the wind chimes in years, man. That blew me whenever I heard it today, or when I read it, because I hadn't heard that one in a long time. I thought that went out with calling ghosts Hanks. But y'all, please leave this Hollywood stuff where it belongs. All right, it's like I said before. I've never told anyone not to watch ghost stories on TV. Never told anyone not to watch ghost hunters on TV or ghost experiences or paranormal activity or paranormal experiences. Any of that stuff you want to watch. You know, if you're a Zach Baggins fan or Baggins, whatever his name is, Zach, If you're a fan of his, watch him. If you're a Jason and Grant fan, watch them. Have fun, please. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to watch a movie like The Sixth Sense or I don't know all these movies. I don't pay attention to them enough to call them out by name. But if you want to watch a movie about the paranormal, about ghosts, about UFOs, about whatever you want to watch, there's nothing wrong with that. Watch it. Have fun. But don't bring that to the paranormal. If you want to study the paranormal and participate in the paranormal, don't bring that crap with you. All right. Just so much as I don't want you to watch a hunting show and think you're going to go out there and bag that 14 pointer, or you're going to watch a fishing show where they catch a prize bass or catfish every 30 seconds. And then you think you're going to go out there and get in a boat and do the exact same thing. Okay, it doesn't work that way. All right. You watch cops and think that cops arrest people right at one after the other one. Just boom, boom, call. Got to go here, got to go here. Man, it takes them weeks to film one episode. It's not like that. All right. Don't bring Hollywood to the paranormal. That's what I'm saying. Please get it in your minds. This stuff does not frickin' work. Just like crystals and amulets and all that stuff. If it makes you feel better to carry that stuff, more power to you. If you feel like that you're more protected by wearing a St. Christopher around your neck, go for it. Nothing wrong with that. If you've got a St. Michael pin or a ring and you want to do that, God bless you. Go for it. Do what you got to do. But none of these things are going to help you. Okay? I promise you, none of these things are going to help you in any way whatsoever. All right? Your own faith and your own strength and your own belief and your own knowledge is what's going to get you through an investigation. All right? That's what's going to get you. I also read today a lady or a man, I don't remember which one it was, either a lady or a man. One of our team members had said something about, I started to respond, but then I said, you know what, I'm going to wait and see how that plans out. But she had said something about no one person on earth can teach you how to investigate the paranormal. I had to read it like 7, 8 times because I was like, I'm not. That's not what she's trying to say. I know, but I read it, and that's exactly what she was saying. I'm like, that's the most ignorant, asinine thing I've ever read in my life. So, what do you mean you can't teach someone how to investigate the paranormal? That's stupid, ignorant, asinine. Hello, why could you not teach someone how to do it? It doesn't even make sense. But there's so much out there, guys. Y'all, if you want to do the paranormal, if you want to know how to do it, pay attention to the real world. All right. Pay attention to, I learned a lot of stuff in a classroom. I learned a lot of stuff online. I learned during classes online. I've learned a lot of stuff listening to lectures. I've learned a lot of stuff listening to professors in the paranormal, whether I was sitting face to face with them or on a computer or talking to them on the phone or on an investigation with them. I learned a lot doing that. But at the end of the day, in the long run, all you've got to do is get out there and do it. Get that experience. All right. Don't bring anything else to it. Just bring you and your mind. I tell people the best way to start investigating, if you want to do this and just really go with it and go far with it, you really want to do this, get you a freaking notepad, a pencil, a camera, and a digital recorder and get out there and just do it. Learn for yourself. All right. CAPI does offer classes. If anybody wants to take a class to know how to do it, CAPI does offer that. All right. But I'm not trying to sell the class right now. All right. Because we don't sell the class because we don't make any money on the class. I'm not trying to do that. Don't get me wrong. All right. Oh, all this. No, all you was doing is trying to get us to come take your class. No, I'm not trying to do that. I won't never try to trick anyone into taking our class. If you want to take our class, God bless you. We will definitely take it. We'll definitely teach you because we want people to know the real paranormal. But what I want you to do is get out there and get that experience. That's what I'm saying. If you want to come and take a class with us or anybody else, because people can teach you how to investigate the paranormal, all right? Don't listen to ignorance online that says you can't teach that. I mean, that's just dumb, all right? That doesn't even make sense. Why can I not teach someone how to operate a camera? Why can I not teach someone how to operate a K2 meter? or EMF meter or EVPs. Why can I not teach this? It makes no sense to even say that. So you can be taught how to do the paranormal. Absolutely, you can. I wasn't born knowing how to do this. That's what gets me. I didn't wake up one morning whenever I was 8 years old and had an experience that I had, and then that magically transformed my brain into knowing how to investigate them. It was another 8 years before I even knew how to do an investigation. I was 8 years old when I had my first paranormal experience. That got me interested in it. I was 16 before I started investigating, 21 before I really started getting into it, and 16 before I started studying it. And it, none of that stuff came naturally. I had to learn it. So, I mean, to say no one can teach you how to investigate the paranormal, no one can teach you how to investigate a haunting, is just ignorant. That's all it is. I mean, I don't know any other word for that. It's just complete and utter ignorance, because I wasn't born knowing how to do this, but yet I do it. Corey, our co-founder, was not born knowing how to investigate the paranormal. He was born into investigating the paranormal, but he wasn't born knowing how. He had to be taught. We've got some of the greatest investigators that I've ever worked with in my entire life that work with us now. John, Beth, Tom. I mean, my God, some of the most amazing people I've ever met in my entire life, my entire paranormal life. But none of them came to me and said, hey, from the time I could talk, I knew how to do an investigate. I knew how to investigate paranormal hauntings. So I wanted to come and, give you that knowledge and be on your team. None of them did that. They all went through the class, and every single person that goes through the class, halfway through the class, says, wow. So y'all don't believe this BS out there about sage and salt. The salt gets me because it contradicts itself. It implodes in itself every single time. But I love that one. But wind chimes, really? It was just wind chimes in general this time. But back in the day when I heard about wind chimes, it was they had to have certain things on them. So I'll let y'all figure that one out. Okay, let's see if we catch up with you guys. Excuse me. Good night, Sophia. Sophia. She also says she's an empath. I can never say that. And use crystals. Yeah, they do. Thank you, John. Flexible mind, open heart, and open ears. Absolutely. Wind chimes and dream catchers. Yeah, right. Burning sage stinks. It sure does. Stinks a lot. I've had a lot of people tell me they love the smell of it, though. A lot of people. Y'all better stop texting me. It's unavailable anyway. With your bad self. I'll have to go back and see what that is. Sorry. It says unavailable. Haley, have you told them who? Um, I didn't see. What do you? Um, Tell who to leave you alone. John, what are you talking about? What is a COVIDiot? COVIDiot, Laura. See that guy with the 24 packs of TP in his cart? That's a COVID. Oh, that's too funny. I want to know what you guys are talking about. I want to be in on it. I don't like doing a show that not knowing what the topic is. What are you talking about, John? Told who to leave you alone. Can I be given the CAPI email? Can you be given the CAPI email? Everybody has the CAPI email, don't they? Post the CAPI email, John, please. It's not a secret. We want people to have it. Post it on here, please. It's not a secret email. Everybody can have it. My mom read it on email on Facebook. Oh, what are they called? Sweethearts? I know, right? Not an endorsed sponsor. She asked me what it was, so I told her. There, John posted his email. Post yours too, Beth. And John, will you post mine as well? Well, I think I can actually. There you go. Yeah, the website. Yep. There's everybody's email. There's CAPI email. Website. Yes, please have everything. John, PM her my phone number as well, if you would, please. PM her my private number.
My goodness.
Oh, wait a minute. If you haven't done that yet, don't do it. I forgot. Haley's like 15, 14, something like that.
Alan Morel.
You have to make sure it's okay with her mom before you send her my number. What?
Alan Morel. The one songwriter that wrote all those rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Morel.
Dang. 13, yeah. I knew it was something like that. Yeah, make sure it's okay with your mom first or your dad. No, they haven't changed. If you have my old number, you have my new number. So yeah.
Dad, is it okay if I have that one?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. I really love those things.
The heck is that? You kicked something into my leg. That's right, Haley. You're part of the CAPI family, so you're always, and technically, you and your family are still clients. So, well, I'm done with my rant. Does anybody else have anything? You guys, please just keep in mind all this BS you get on TV and movies and stuff like that doesn't work. Not for the real paranormal. You're welcome, Haley.
The band called the Pharaohs.
Hmm?
The band called the Pharaohs.
Mm-hmm. All right. Does anybody have any other questions or anything you want to talk about? If not, we'll call it a night. Remember, excuse me, all CAPI events, investigations, reveals, everything has been postponed until after we get a handle on the situation with the COVID-19. I think that's coming pretty soon, I hope. I'm confident that we're going to kind of figure that out pretty fast. But everything's canceled except for CAPI Live, of course, because we can do that from the luxury of our own living room. Like, I'm not wearing any pants. Film at 11. I'm really not wearing any pants. I'm wearing shorts. But we're also going to do the class. We'll still do the class. John has a couple of people that are interested in taking the class. So if you guys know of anybody that wants to take the class, just let John know. He posted his email earlier, and just hook him up, and then we will get tired of COVID. Not me too. So very tired of it. The guy that wrote "I Love Rock and Roll" passed away today as well from COVID-19. What's his name?
Alan Morrell.
Alan Morrell. Yeah, from the group Arrows. It sucks. Passed away. He was the author of "I Love Rock and Roll." Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. The president extended the social distancing until April 30th. Yep. Not laughing at COVID-19, but not wearing pants made me laugh. Hey, we've got to be able to laugh. Y'all, look, I did something. I did this. I've done it before. Did it with Michelle. Michelle and I had our anniversary, excuse me, dinner. And I told the waitress that Michelle was laughing a lot. And I said, something about her being from China, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I was in a convenience store the other day. And it was when I was at work. And I'd stopped to grab me a drink and, I don't know, a bag of chips or whatever. And I'm standing in line, and there's the cashier, and the person at the front of the line was a man sitting at the register, and then me, and then a woman behind me. So we're all standing there and everything. Well, I started coughing. Excuse me, just like I just did. But I started coughing. And the lady behind me said, "Uh-oh, I guess we should all have our mask on or whatever." Excuse me. And everybody laughed and everything like that. And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Man, I said, I don't think I have anything." I said, I'm a smoker and I cough." I said, I wished I would have stayed my butt in China, because, now they've pretty much gotten past it. Y'all, it was like the parting of the Red Sea, man. It was like everybody, even the cashier, just everybody went. It was too funny. And I kept a straight face and at first, and they're all just kind of standing there looking at me. And I'm like, I'm just kidding. I said, I just coughed. And they're like, "Oh man, that's not funny." But all of them laughed about it and everything. But then I was telling Michelle Mama about it when I came home, and she was saying that there was somebody on one of the social networks that had played a similar joke like that, and the people chastised them for doing it. They got like really upset at them for doing it, because they said, you should take this serious and blah blah blah. Yeah, if we lose our ability to laugh, then there's something wrong, and we're not going to get through this. I mean, if we lose our sense of laughter and our sense of humor and our ability to overcome strife through humor, then I don't know if I want to make it through this. There's going to be a pretty bad world afterwards, right? So, I mean, yeah, take it serious. It is serious. People are dying. And, do what you can to keep from getting it until we get a vaccine or something that's going to help us out with this happens. But don't take it. I mean, don't lose your sense of humor, and do what you got to do to keep from crying, please. So, speaking of crying, I'm crying. No, I'm not crying. All right. All right, let me catch up with you guys. Yeah, I got to tear my hair. Oh, my. I got to tear my hair out by then. I'm going to tear my hair out by then. Got you. Got to be comfortable. Johnny, do you think that spirits still have their sense of smell? No, I do not think spirits still have their sense of smell, touch, or anything like that. They don't need it. We sense things. That's why they call them senses. Um, we don't actually smell smells. We sense the smell. And that's why the sky is blue, and the sky is not really blue. That's just the way we perceive it. That's the way it transmits into us. People that are colorblind can't see colors because they don't have that pigment of that not pigment, but they don't have that sense. That sense is messed up. So I think when we die, it goes from physical smell to physical touch and physical sight and all that stuff to sense of all those things. I think we do still sense the difference, because our senses work together, right? I mean, you can taste a smell, right? Everybody knows you can taste a smell and you can smell a taste. As a matter of fact, if you can't smell, you can't taste. See what I'm saying? That's why people hold their nose when they don't want to take a bad, like they want to eat their broccoli, or they hold their nose. If you can't smell, you can't taste. So no, I don't think that we lose all our physical stuff when we pass away, because we're no longer in the meat suit. Right, all that stuff goes away, and it's just our inner stuff, our inner self. But I think we can sense things still, though, if that makes sense. What makes you ask that, Katie? That's an intriguing question. Talking about the sage made me wonder. Yeah. That's actually a pretty good question, Katie, because, yeah, I mean, can they even smell sage? We don't have those receptors anymore. We don't have those. Just like that's what I'm saying. Those senses are our inner self, but the ability to categorize that a rose smells like this, manure or feces smells like this, fish smell like this, candy smells like this, perfume, and you put it in different categories. Um, we don't lose those categories. We don't lose those recognitions of those smells from our senses, but we do lose the ability to smell them because we don't have those receptors anymore. We don't have those, just like we don't have the fingers to touch anymore. So we lose that sense. But do we lose all sense of feel? No, I don't think so. I think that we keep the sense of feel. We just don't have the physicality of it. We don't have that physical touch anymore, but we can still feel things, I think, after we pass, but we don't have that. We don't feel that touch anymore. I hope I'm making sense. Um, can we still see? You're going to see as far as, I know you can still see because spirits interact with us all the time. We just had an investigation not long ago where a spirit turned and looked at John. So if it can't see John, then it would never know John was there. So that sense of sight is still there. That recognition of that category of what John looks like, what a human looks like, what a meat suit looks like, is still there without the physical eyeballs and the the fibers that goes back and changes, and the lenses and that changes our sights from what we're seeing in there, what's being portrayed into our eye, into our pupil, and then flips it over for us so that we can see it correctly because we're looking at it from in a mirror image. All that stuff goes away. All right, we don't need that anymore, but we can still recognize that categorization of what a human looks like. You see what I'm saying? We still have that sense of there's a person right there. There's a live human being right there. There's a live. I don't like saying human being because it's saying that unless you're talking about a demonic. Or angelic, then it's still a human being. It's just the inner self, the soul, the spirit of the human being. So I don't like saying human being when I refer to us as opposed to them because it's like, they're not human. They're still human. They're still human beings. It's just the soul. It's just the inner self now. It's just the entity of that human being. So they're still human. That's why nothing changes. That's why you still can't force me out of your house by burning sage, as you can't force them out of your house by burning sage either, right? So that sense of that sense, I guess is what I'm trying to say. The sense of the sense is still there. It's still there. It's still active. You're still able to use it. You're still able to recognize it and categorize it and everything like that. You just don't have that physicality of it, that physical vision or that physical touch or that physical smell or whatever the case may be. All right. Good night, Haley, if you're still here. It's a process of the brain. We have no brain in spirit form, right? Will we, asking for a friend, still be able to partake in medical marijuana? You mean if we're dead? I hope that's not what you're asking. Well, I mean, I'm kind of sitting here thinking, that's kind of a silly question. You're just being silly and funny, but I guess it kind of makes sense. The answer is no. I mean, mood mind or reality altering drugs affect our brain. All right. That's why we trip on mushrooms and we see flowers floating in the air, see beautiful colors, floating everywhere like a kaleidoscope or something, and that's why marijuana kind of chills us and just relaxes us and takes away all the outside stuff for a while. PCP makes us not even think about not being able to do this, that we can just do it, and whatever the drug may be, or alcohol, that all that affects our brain's perception of what's going on. If you've ever watched a police officer give a field sobriety test to a driver that he suspects of being under the influence of alcohol while driving, um, the different tests that he gives them to do, the different tasks that he asks them to negotiate, tells him where their mindset is, where their brain set is, what they can sense and how fast they can sense it. So that's what that affects, is the brain. So no, marijuana, drugs, alcohol, stuff like that will not affect us as spirits, because we no longer have that limitation of what we can perceive as what our brain is able to project to us as reality. I kind of think you were being funny with that, but it actually kind of turned around a little bit. And I was like, wait a minute, it does kind of make sense. That's not such a bad question, because if we maintain our senses, not our physical sense, but our inner senses, then I could see how legitimately that would be a question that, will mind altering drugs such as marijuana or alcohol affect us when we're in a spirit form? The answer is no, because we're no longer limited to what that brain tells us to do and what we can and can't do and what we can and can't perceive. So it's not such a bad question. I'm sorry, I'm being silly. It's nothing wrong with that. Actually, like I said, I figured you were, but actually after I thought about it, I was like, well, wait a minute, that's actually kind of an interesting question. So it just kind of made sense a little bit more after I thought about it, because yeah, you could, I could see how someone would think, well, why does it affect us now when it won't affect us then? And that makes sense. And it's because the brain is not there to alter that perception of reality. So. Is there a cat behind the CAPI backdrop behind your right shoulder? No, why? The cloth was moving. Oh, it's because of the fan. Well, see how it's moving right there? See it moving? Yeah. It's not Toby or anything. It's the fan. I have a fan on me. It's right next to my head. It's like literally right there. I'm touching it. Can y'all hear me hitting it? Yeah. I have a fan on me because y'all know, those of you that know me know that I'm very hot natured. So if I sat here with these in this one spot and didn't move or anything like that for as long as I'm doing it, which I want y'all to know is very excruciating. I hope y'all appreciate me doing the show every Sunday night now during this little butt thing. I hope y'all appreciate. I hope you appreciate, because it hurts like hell. My bum is on fire, and I'm doing it for you because I love you, and I don't want to not see you, and I don't want you to not see me. And even after I shaved all this stuff off my face, it's still a sacrifice, and it hurts. And I hope you know that I love you, because this hurts a lot. I could be laying on my side right now, or standing up, or laying on my stomach and not be in pain. But I'm in pain right now, a lot of pain, because I love you and I don't want to not do this show. So I hope y'all appreciate that. You better appreciate that. Somebody needs to send me a damn card and some macadamia nut cookies. I'm telling you, that's what you need to do. You need to send me a card and say, thank you for loving me. Thank you for doing the show. Here's some cookies. That's what I think ought to happen. It's probably not going to happen, but that's what I think should happen. Thank you for your sacrifice, Johnny. We love you. Thank you. That's better than cookies. So much better than cookies. Send him sweet tarts. I love sweet tarts. I can't sleep, so I'm gonna watch this. There you go. I love macadamia nut cookies. It's my favorite cookie. His butt is on fits. I didn't even notice you said that until you said damn autocorrect. We do appreciate you. We love you. Otherwise, we wouldn't keep coming back. That's right, Laura. I know y'all do. I love my CAPI family. I just want to say that it is colder than a you know what up here in you know what in a brass bra up here in the tundra. Get your butt back to Texas, girl. Get back to the South. I'm glad I'm not up there. I wouldn't be up there. Ain't no way. That's too cold, man. I'm looking forward to CAPI fishing. Me too, man. I can't wait. When this is all over and done with, y'all, as a team, we're going to go fishing. We're going to all go up to the lake and go fishing. And then we're going to get started back on investigating. Nathan's truck says 52. Liar. Before we sign off, I just want you guys to know how much I've enjoyed this. Oh, thank you, Kim. I'm glad. Come back every Sunday. Thank you, Sophia. I think we are going to sign off, guys. I have got to get off my butt. It's on fire. Um, and hello, is that Margot? Am I saying that right? Hogda? Might need my glasses. Is that Margot? Am I saying that right? Please come back, Kim. We're here every Sunday at 9. Yes, Kim, please come back. You've been an awesome, awesome guest. I like having people that ask questions and get in there and talk, and you've done that. We love you guys so much. Thank you for continuing to support the channel, for continuing to be there. If you haven't already done so, please go hit that subscribe button. Ring the notification bell. Hit the like button. There's 9 people on right now. You've got a few seconds. Go hit that like button right now for me, please. If you haven't already done that, go hit that like button for me. But if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Subscribe. The channel's only going to get better and better. I've got a lot of stuff planned for it. We've finally gotten some Patreon, so we're as soon as everything kind of calms down a little bit, we're going to get some set designs in. It's going to be a whole new set. I've got a lot of stuff planned for the show. It's going to be freaking amazing. I can't wait. I love you guys so much. You guys hang in there with us. You guys, please be kind to each other, love on each other, but keep your distance. All right. Till we get through with this, please love on each other. God bless every single one of you. And please smile, laugh, and when you have to, go cry. All right. Just get it all out. If you need to go cry, I cried today. I was watching a thing today, y'all. It was really cool. I wish I could send it to everybody, but I couldn't find it again when I talked about it. But there was a thing on here where a lady, um, I don't remember if it was YouTube or Facebook or anyway, a young lady was in a car wreck and the car caught on fire and she was burned very badly. She lost her hair, a lot of parts. She lost a lot of her face. Her skin was blotched with scars and chars and all this stuff. Um, they gave her a makeover with makeup and new hair and I mean professional makeover, like a very expensive makeover. But they gave it to her and presented her to her husband, and her husband was like freaking out. But it was cool. It really was. But it made me cry, so I needed to cry. And there's nothing wrong with that. You guys, if you need to cry, please go cry. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, absolutely. When I heard Joe Diffie died, I got a tear. I really did. There's nothing wrong with that. If you feel like you need to cry, especially with everything that's going on right now, please, if you feel like you need to cry, don't suck that back in and just say that's silly, because it's silly not to. That's the silly part. If you guys feel like you need to go cry, then just go cry. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with if you need to cry, right? Sometimes a good cry can help us out a lot. Is that right? Just like a good laugh can help us out a lot too. You guys keep these very close and keep them protected. Don't do stupid stuff to expose yourself and then come home to these guys. So, I mean, if I thought that I was going to bring something home to her, then that would just kill me. So, even though she would probably scare the hell out of COVID-19, it would just run from her. She could be pretty evil sometimes. Hmm? I'm saying you're scary sometimes.
Like how I put my head.
Show them your mean face. See? Ow! You don't have to actually do something while you're doing. I just said show them your mean face, and you start trying to pull the skin off of my shoulder. Goodness gracious! You don't have to do that. You don't just show them your mean face. No, that's just the I don't have any emotion at all face. Show them the mean face. See, that's all you got to do. You don't have to like attack me at the same time. Stop it. That's not right. Okay, no more mean faces for you. Crazy kid. Stop it. Here, I want to hold your hands. I want to hold your hands. I love you so much. I want to hold your hands. All right. Ah, crazy kid. All right, let me catch up real quick, and then we got to go. Let's see. Newsletter should be out soon. Go check out our CAPI Yep, absolutely. Thank you, John. The newsletter should be out very soon. You guys go check it out, see when it is. It's going to be a really good one. There's really great articles in this month. Some good recipes. My next article is going to be awesome. So next month is going to be an awesome newsletter as well. And I've got a couple of recipes that I'm going to throw in there too, and you guys are going to love it. So y'all go check that out. If you haven't already subscribed to our newsletter, please go do that because you will not regret it. I promise you. Let's see, Margot, I do appreciate it. Since being here. Hey, Krista.
Hi.
Hello, Bruno.
Hi.
Like I said, if you guys haven't already done so, please go hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you'll know when we're on, which is every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we talk all things paranormal. Right? Because the paranormal rocks. Right? She was paid to say that. Just in case y'all don't know, she's pinching the crap out of me right now. We love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you guys next Sunday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all take care of each other and yourselves. Be smart with this virus. Let's get through it and come out the other side even better than what we were before. Remember, this is not any certain people or population thing. This is affecting everyone in the entire world, not just our country. It's all over the world. So let's love on each other and come together as humans and get through this. All right. We love you. Good night.